Hey YouTube, Duty UK back again with another packages, pickups and car boot video. Just going to obviously run through what I managed to pick up this week and obviously this morning at the car boot. Fair bit to get through, bit of mixture of everything, which is always good. Some pretty good games actually, pretty chuffed with quite a few of these. So without further ado, probably a bit similar to how I did the last video. I'm going to probably just do the stuff that I picked up in the week and then do the car boot at the end. So yeah, pretty good charity shop find. Nothing just, well, I don't know actually, I haven't really checked it, but I would say nothing that's going to, you know, shake the earth or whatever you want to call it, rock the earth. Couple of PlayStation 1 games, so I'll just rattle through them. There's June. These are all 50p actually, let's say. See in the corner. I think they were reduced down. I had a look into one of the stickers and it looks like they were £1.50. Now there's no way I would have paid £1.50 for these, so I mean I don't know if there was a bigger box and I've ended up with the bits that are left, but for 50p, you know, excuse me, I wasn't going to say no to them. Some of the boxes are a little bit worse for wear kind of thing, which is the PlayStation, isn't it really? So Civilization 2, Sid Meier game. That one's complete. I think there's only one that's not complete. Again, like some of the manuals, the covers, the cases are a bit smashed up. Theme Park World, Driver 2. I think this is a 2-discer, so it's got both. Yeah, it's got both in there and the manual. So that's in pretty good condition. I don't think I've got Driver 2. I don't think I've actually even played a Driver game, because I always just thought it was a poor man's GTA. But I've heard some good things about it actually. It's still coffee again. It's too early for beer, I'm afraid. I'm going to cut down anyway. Sorry, Wood. Next one, which I was really chuffed to get actually. I don't know how it plays on the PlayStation 1. It's a classics one, but weirdly enough, I don't know why they did these alternates. It's like a classics, but still black label. Anyone got any ideas? As opposed to being a platinum. I don't know. It's Gauntlet Legends anyway. Like I say, it's got classics down there, but it's still black label. So is that just how it was released? I mean, it's black label there. So yeah, this is the one, and I think I've got this, but this is the one that's missing the manual, and it's Quake 2. If anyone's interested in that, drop me a PM. I need to check if I've got it though. I've got a feeling I've got it, so I've Quake or Quake 1. Quake 2 or Quake 1 that I've got. Another classic game actually. I'm sure this is one of the first PlayStation games, and it's Descent. That's complete. This one looks absolutely weird. I don't know anything about this. Very unusual game. Unusual looking for a colour, looks like Jesus Christ on it, but it's called Overblood, a 3D sci-fi adventure by EA. Let me check that dude out. So yeah, I don't know if that's any pop. This one I'm pretty sure I've got, but I need to check it. So again, if anyone's interested, it's GTA 2. Now this one is, the manual's, oh man, I keep saying manual, the cover's knacked. It's got the insert, and it's got the manual, and it's also got the map. So there you go. I'm pretty sure I've got that. Again, if you're interested, drop me a PM. Summer Air. I mean, it only needs a new. Only needs a new case. It just needs a new case, and that'd be spot on. And the last one, again, pretty sure I've got this, but I need to just check in case I haven't got the manual, because this one is complete, and it's Tomb Raider: The Last Revelation. That's all in there. So that's pretty much all that I managed to get, like, you know, out and about in the intervening week. Out in the wild. I got how many was that? 2 eBay packages. Is it 2? 3. 3. I had 3 packages, but it totals 4 games. And as is customary, it's Master System. So I'll like I say, I'll do them and I'll do the Carbooty at the end. So these ones are all ones that I need. Yeah, they're all right. I mean, I think there's a couple of tricky to get ones. This one I've got, but I've got it loose cart, and it's complete. I think, yeah, no, not all complete. And it's Rambo. I keep saying no, dick. Rambo 3. There we go. Ah, good case. Nice and tight, he says. And this is obviously the old light phaser game. Now, weirdly enough, Alan would know this. Why is there a Rambo 2 in the US, and what sort of game is it? I need to look at that because I keep seeing it, you know, like on the American eBay. I was wondering why we never got Rambo 2, or was it Rambo 1? I can't remember. It's one of the other Rambos. Yeah, weird that one. Next up, now, I'm not one to sort of chase people up. But weirdly enough, and I don't know if this guy's just gone off the radar or something's happened for whatever reason, I don't know. I need to have this coffee, hang on. But this game, I'd apparently won on one of the other guy's channels a while back now. He was doing like I don't know, he had a 200 subscriber or something like that. And you know, you basically said, had a bunch of games, which games you want. And if he pulls your name out of the hat, you win it. And then the idea being then you give away however many games. And I think it's Wiltshire Game, and I could be wrong. So I was like, yeah, bonus, you know, great, I'll do that, not a problem. And it never turned up. Now, I don't know if it was never sent or if it never got here, but I never heard anything from him to sort of say I've sent it. So I didn't, like I say, I didn't chase the guy up or anything like that. Each to their own, you know, there was nothing, you know, just no contract signed to sort of say, give me the game, and I weren't going to do that anyway. But I thought, wow, obviously something's happened for whatever reason, I don't know, and it doesn't really matter anyway. But the game that I sort of won was Paperboy. So I decided to pick it up anyway. It's complete. I'll tell you what, this is a... Covers the wrong way around, hang on. This is a pretty good game for the Master System, I must admit. Very good port, very playable. Really enjoyed it actually. Very good controls. So yeah, it's Paperboy. And I don't know, I can't remember what the chap's name is. I'm sure it's Wiltshire Gamer. I hope you're okay, you know, etc. You know, nothing bad happened, so that's that. Right. Next two, I don't know how much I paid for them either. It wasn't a lot. It wasn't a lot. I think that them two were together, so it's, I think it was something like £5. Could be something like that. This game here I got for a right steal. I'm pretty sure it goes for more than what I paid for it. And again, this is a pretty good game. It's quite enjoyable. It's very quirky. It's very different. I think Marcus X-File2708. I think he's either played the he's got the Master System version, or he's got the Mega Drive version. And I think they're both, obviously, the Master System's a port of the Mega Drive. But it's a really enjoyable game, and it's it's not called Incredible, is it? No, it's just called Crash Dummies. So it's called Crash Dummies. No, I thought it was called the Incredible Crash Test Dummies. Or was that what they were just called anyway? I don't know. But yeah, it's all complete. Nice condition. But really, really fun game to play. First level, as you dive bombing off a skyscraper, and you kind of have to. Now, weirdly enough, you have to dive down, smash through barriers, but there's fire. If you land on the fire, you kind of, that depletes your life. But if you're a crash test, I'm sure you should be diving through the fire anyway. I don't know. And then I only played up to the second one, which is driving the car around, which is quite enjoyable. Yeah, good little game that is. That's, how much did I pay for that? $190 or something like that. I actually won an auction, weirdly enough. But that usually goes for quite a bit more money. I think it's uncommon, rarity wise, whatever. Another game now. This completes the quadrilogy, which was 4 of these games. it completes it to the point where I've got all the games and they're all boxed. This one doesn't have the manual. I think all the rest of them I've got the manuals. But it's Alex's Kid and the Lost Stars. Again, you know, you could probably pick these up with the bin manual and etc. But it's no manual, unfortunately. I'll hold out for that. Price wise, it wasn't much. Was it with the same with the crash test? No, something like £2 or something. You know, combine the postage and stuff like that, and it just brings the price down. But yeah, I mean that wraps up the mass system. Obviously, you know, this one's missing the manual, but again, I'll look to upgrade it further down the line. I mean, you're not really gonna get, although you do get it, you don't tend to see people selling off manuals per se on their own. You do get the odd one or two that'll crop up here, there and everywhere, but I mean the way I tend to do it is obviously just to upgrade the actual game. You know, like I said, like with Rambo 3, I had the loose cat. I can't remember where I got it. It must have been in the job lot. Technically, yeah, you could sort of say I own the game. I don't mind them excuse me, box with no instructions, as long as they're not mega hard to find or whatever, and again, as long as the price is right. So yeah, not bad. Shit, number wise, 72 I think. So there's another 4 there, so it drops me below the 70 mark, so 68 I think, give or take. Couple more in the post, actually. There's a couple more in the post that should be winging their way next week, so there'll be some more Mass System goodness there. Right, car boot. Car boot today, bright and breezy. Bumped into not Retroactive Rich, because that's what his other channel is. It's UK Retro Game Addict. There you go. So yeah, bumped into Rich again. He didn't seem too happy. Obviously, he's you know, I think he's looking to expand his horizons. So I don't know how he got on, to be honest. When I see him, he didn't seem too happy. But good to see you again, Rich mate. Anyway, back to what I managed to dig out. Again, I said this last week. Stuff tends to happen in kind of waves. You know, last week I think I picked up one PlayStation 2 game. This week I picked up a few, and some pretty good ones actually. Some pretty good titles in here. I've got to remember when and how I picked these up. This one I picked up for £1. Generally, I think most of these were £1, maybe £1.50. Can't remember. But Pac-Man World 2 is definitely £1. And is complete in very good condition. Can't be a bit of Pac-Man. Next up, I paid 50p for this one. It is missing the manual. Now, I don't know if this is any good, but it's a shooter, so I thought I'm going to grab it because, you know, and it's basically by Tato, and I just sort of, I managed to haggle the guy down there. I think that was it. There's a lad that was selling his games with his mum and his dad, so I asked the dad how much the games were, and he was on one arm. He called the son over, and he was like, oh, and I think he sort of said, oh, £2, and so two, you know, you can do £1 at the car boot yet all day long. And his mum came over and said, no, they're £3. And I was like, you ain't going to sell them at £3. I wasn't being nasty or anything like that, but you'll just turn people away. People will just switch off straight away. £3 is way overpriced. That's not the worst of it. I'll tell you another story about another stall in a minute. So anyway, she come over, butted in, and I was literally that day, I was like, nah, forget it. And then the sort of dad sort of said, well, what do you think of this? I said, well, look, this ain't got no manual. So look, they go for about £1 at the car boot. So it's got no manual. I'll give you 50p. Take it or leave it. And he went, yeah. I think his wife went solid off, and he sold it to me for 50p. And it's Castle Shikintigami 2. War of the Worlds. I got that completely fucking wrong. Castle Shitigami. Shitty, not shitty. It's Shikinkagami. It's that anyway. And it looks a pretty good shooter, to be fair. I ain't no shoot 'em up expert. I'm trying to get into them, I must admit. I don't know if it's to do with age or whatever, and just wanting to blast the crap out of stuff. But yeah, 50p. Did I show you inside? There we go. No instructions though. So 50p anyway. Right, let's stick with the PlayStation. I picked up 3 games from the same guy. Again, weirdly enough, youngish lad, like about 16, 17, now with his mum. He had a boxed PlayStation 2, boxed PlayStation 1, more PlayStation 2 games, and I think the PlayStation was chipped because it was all full of like shitty CD ones that had all been sound printed and all that crap, so ignored them. I picked through what I would consider the best titles. Again, I'm no expert on the PlayStation 2 by any stretch, and I got all 3 of these. Yeah, because that was it. Because I said to the lad how much you gave, and I think he said £2. His mum said no, £2.50 or something stupid. But I managed to get these 3 for £3. No, £4. £4, I think. I think that's about right. About £4. It was £4. So anyway, picked up the Thing. Apparently, it's supposed to be a good game. It's supposed to be a good game. I don't think I've got this. But I say it was the best out of what. This one I've been after for fucking ages. Everyone seems to have got this except for me. Every man and his dog. But I finally found it. Really chuffed to get it actually. And it's the Capcom Classics Collection. God, my speech is going today. I'm not going to rattle off what's on here, but suffice to say, there's some absolutely brilliant games. I mean, loads of people have picked this up, so I'm not going to do it. But yeah, standout ones for me is Final Fight, Super Ghouls and Ghosts, Mercs. There's tons. You know what they are. Ghosts and Goblins, Ghouls and Ghosts. Absolutely brilliant. So I'm really chuffed to get that. Sticking with the sort of classics collection thing, I had never seen this game. I don't know if it's rare or just that no one ever bothered buying it or what. I don't know. But it's all complete, and it's in really good nick. Again, it's for the same guy, and it's the Activision Anthology. So it's a 2600 collection. I mean, there's some. Well, apparently there's some never before released on an Activision compilation. So you've got Beam Rider, Bridge, Commando, awesome. Decathlon, Pitfall 2, Space Shuttle and more. Oddities never before released, Kabobba, Thwaka and more. Oh, it's got 80s hit soundtracks, awesome. Blondie, Missing Person, Soft Cell, Twisted Sister. There you go. But yeah, so I mean, again, I'm no expert on the PlayStation 2, but I didn't really see this one out in the wild anywhere. I've got a little card there, but it's in absolutely brilliant condition. So that was them. That wraps up the PlayStation 2. A couple of GameCube games. Again, youngish. He was probably younger. He's probably about 7 or 8, to be fair. We were there with his family, and obviously, I think he was looking. When I sort of spoke to the dad, and that the lad was like trying to get some moves together because he wanted to get an Xbox 360. So yeah, I think he had a Wii or some Wii games or something that he was selling. And yeah, bless him, they had them all priced up and everything else like that. You know, fair play to him. So he's pulling out these Wii games. Well, he'd already had them out, and there was a couple of GameCube games there, which obviously I'm looking, you know, veering that way to sort of maybe start collecting for. So I said to the lad, how much are your GameCube games? Because he didn't add any prices on these ones. Because all they play on the Wii. I said, oh yeah, but I'm not going to play them on the Wii. I'm going to play them on the GameCube. He went, oh, I don't know, about £1, which I thought was fair. £1 for a GameCube game is pretty fair, you know, standard kind of price. The mum wades in, doesn't she? Oh no, they're all, I think she said £4 or £5, which I could sort of see the Wii games at that price. You know, they'll probably sell that for that all day long. Not GameCube games. Oh no, they're Wii games. Well, they're not. They're just playing it. I said these are older GameCube games. So we went to and fro, and anyway, I ended up getting both of these for £2.50. So a little bit over, but hey, you know, it's for the little lad anyway, and I have got a heart. So anyway, the 2 games I got is Battalion Wars, all complete. You know, he said they're not scratched. Bless him. I said no, I'm sure they're not, mate. So it looks like you look after your stuff. And Lord of the Rings: The Third Age. Oh, this is two. Ah, it's not the manual. Shit. I checked for the discs. I didn't. Don't matter. So it's got both the discs, but no bloody manual. To be fair, I might be able to pick a manual up for that, because it might be easy to pick up than, you know, obviously some of the older games. So yeah, a couple of GameCube games there to bolster the collection. Then, oh actually, shit, forgot about this. Right, from the same guy, when I bought the Capcom Classics and the Activision, it was £4. It was £4.50, not £4. And I managed to bag myself a couple of memory cards with it as well. So I've got two 8 meg PlayStation 2 ones, and then just a PlayStation 1 memory card. So you can't have enough memory cards. So yeah, sorry, yeah. So for the 3 PlayStation 2 games, thing, Capcom Classics and the Anthology, and 3 memory cards, £4.50. And off the back of the PlayStation, and weirdly enough, yeah, that was right, this ain't in the best nick. Now, I don't know why I bought this. Someone just said to me, "Oh, pick it up." It looks a bit of a beta, but it's. I have to do it this way because the cover's effect on it. It's Overboard. I'll show you. There's nothing to show you on the front because there's no cover on it. I mean, I only picked it up because it's by Signosis, and then I think she was after £1. And then the only other one that the PlayStation 1 game that she had that I thought, oh, actually, and I managed to get them both for £1. So these two were £1. There's another copy of GTA 2. It's got crack in it. This is complete. So you've got your map, got your manual. Okay, didn't know that. And I've got another free copy of GTA Platinum and GTA 2. So there you go. I've got 2 copies of GTA. Well, this one's got a free copy of GTA 1 in it. Again, if anyone's interested, let me know. Obviously, Overboard, I kind of need that. So it's just a shame I've got the insert or the manual, but I thought, sod it, for 50p, I'll have a gamble. Moving on to Xbox. Like I probably mentioned before, looking just to get the sort of 360 compatible games. I picked up 5 games from 2 sellers, so these 2 from the same people. First up is Magic the Gathering Battlegrounds. They're all complete. Go. I don't think any of these are going to set the world alight. And Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events. There we go. I paid £1 each for them, I think. I'm sure it was £1. I wouldn't have paid more than £1. Wouldn't have. And the next 3, one of these I've got, so it's a duplicate. But anyway, picked up, which is weirdly weird. It's The Thing on the Xbox. So I'm guessing this is going to have better graphics than the PlayStation 2 version. Unfortunately, a little bit. The Classics collection Classics version of Crash Bandicoot Wrath of Cortex. It'll do for the minute, like I say. Not too fast. I mean, to be fair, it's only the cover that distinguishes these from the full versions, isn't it? Which is weird. And then duplicate that I've got, which is Manhunt. What did I pay for them? Again, I think no, I got these for £2.50. Because I think again he wanted £1, so I got them down to £2.50, which I thought was okay. I don't know why I thought I needed that. I thought I had Manhunt. I don't know if Manhunt 2's out. I don't know. Somewhat confused me anyway with the Manhunt game, but it's there for trade if anyone's interested anyway. But going off the back of what I was sort of talking about a minute ago earlier, where people are just completely weird pricing. There was a lady there and a chap, and she had load of Wii games, which isn't my thing anyway, and then she had some Xbox, you know, Mark 1 games. And I said, "Oh, how much are your games?" And she said, £5. And all right, the Wii ones. How much are the Xbox games? No, they're all £5, except for, and some of the Wii games, because they're a bit newer, were priced individually. I went, "What, £5 for Xbox games?" She went, "Yeah." I was like, "Okay." And I said, "Look, no offence, but I don't think you're going to sell them for that." I said, "You know, they're going for about £1 or so, give or take." She wouldn't have none of it, wouldn't have a jar of it. I said, "Okay." So well, no, maybe I'll pop back later, you know, when everybody just turns away and doesn't pick them up. So I went back a little bit later on, and sure enough, they were still there. And I just joked to her, I said, "Oh, still got your games then?" And she went, "No, I've sold a couple." I went, "What, the Xbox ones?" And she went, "No, the Wii ones." I said, "Well, look, you know, you ain't going to sell them. You know, I'm not being funny." I said, "You know," I said, I only want the ones that are 360 compatible." Trying to sort of say to her, "Look, I'm not going to buy them all and sell them all on again." That kind of didn't work with her. She was a bit of a snotty cow, really. Because then she just but that was it, because she said to me, "Oh, they're not mine, I'm selling for someone." Which is okay, you know, if someone, I guess if I give someone some stuff, said, "Look, don't go any lower than £5, that's all she can do." That was when I first went to see her, sorry. She said, "Oh no, I'm selling for someone else." They said £5. Okay. And I said, "Well, it might be worth giving them a battle and telling them they ain't going to sell." So when I went back the second time, and I sort of said to her, "Look, I'm only after the ones that are compatible with the 360 and stuff," and tried to convince her that I'm not going to buy them and resell them and all this kind of crap. She then turned around and said, "Oh, well, it doesn't matter anyway, I can get more from at CEX." So she's full of cack. She just thought they were worth more than they were, and I wouldn't be surprised if they're still sat there. She doesn't take them home with her. But that's her problem anyway. That really racked me off, because I weren't trying to rip anybody off in that respect. You know, I was going to give her a fair price, the going rate, but hey ho. Right, the last thing I picked up, and it's the best thing. The best thing. Pretty chuffed to get it, to be fair. It's something I've already got anyway, but it was the sort of games that came with it, which I've only seen about the top 2 or 3, so I don't actually know what else is in there. But I managed to bag myself a boxed N64. Now there's a few controllers in it. You've probably seen better light of day. And you need cleaning up, but you can never have enough N64 controllers. So there we go, there's one there. Got a nice black one with a rumble pack. Just checking the stick. There we go, a nice rumble pack with batteries in it. Right, we'll add them batteries in that case it corrodes it. Electronics Boutique Jolt Pack. There we go, look at that. Put them batteries to one side. Oh, hang on. Right. Another control. Oh, right, that stick's at it. So another one. But as you can see, the stick's shot to pieces. So this might be used for spares. So we've got 3 controllers. So I don't understand why people do this. There's obviously the RF, but it's gold. You know, this whole, oh, it's gold. It's going to be a better signal. Nah, it doesn't. I mean, yeah, it's going to reduce a little bit the interference, but let's face it, it's still going to look shit. Yeah, so there's that. It did have actually. It had a SCART lead in the box, and I thought, oh, another RGB SCART. But it weren't. It was just another SCART connection that was chucked in the fucking box. Power, or as the Americans say, American friends, all the hookups. And then, okay, official N64 rumble pack. No batteries, good. Weirdly enough, I prefer these not to have the batteries in them because, you know, given the age of these, if these are sat in someone's loft and the batteries are sat in there, it's going to knacker the connections up. And then, looks like a third party memory card, 1 meg. Aha. Does that Is that what I think it is? Right. So, weirdly enough, these are quite hard to come by. The jumper pack, which would mean is that the console has got the expansion in it. I don't know who that is. Why would you put that on there? I don't know, someone's, what that means, protected by something. Well, it won't be for long when I peel it all off and clean it off. So, what we got? N64, 3 controllers, 2 rumble packs, 1 memory, all the hookups, boxed, expansion, and then the games. To one side. Now, in that box, the games were in a separate little box. I'll show you in a minute. But in that box, there were these other box games that were all flat packed. So I'll show you these after I've showed you the games, because obviously it gives away what the games are. So I knew 3 of them. One of them, when I sort of seen this in that box, I thought, wow, that means obviously that. Well, hopefully it means that game's in there. So I was like, yeah, I'll take that anyway. So what we've got is a little. I mean, this is packed. It's quite heavy actually. It's packed full of games. I've had a quick squeeze through it. There's no Smash Brothers or Conker's Bad Fur Day, unfortunately, because that would have been score time. There's some alright ones in there. There's ones that I need anyway, so you know I'm not too fussed. So first up is F1 Grand Prix, which there is a box, and it's got the manual in it. Box is a bit of a beater. These boxes were flat packed, so I need a couple of inserts. But, not bad. I've got it, so they're not boxed. Next up, I picked this one up last week or the week before, can't remember now. But it's Turok. Can't have an N64 without Super Mario 64. So that's a dupe. One I haven't seen, I don't know if it's any good, but it's Turok Rage Wars, which I do need. That's nice. This one I've got, not a very good game because it's by Ocean, but it's Fighter's Destiny. This is the one that I'd seen the box for it. I do own it, but obviously didn't own the box. But I mean, this will sell all day long anyway, or trade all day long, and it's Banjo and Kazooie. So, again, these boxes are they're beaters, you know. It's got the manual in it, no insert. So there we go. Boxed. And the game. So, very good game, Banjo. Next up, I'll save them ones, is the last game that came with the box, and it's Top Gear Rally by Kemco. This one, so it has the box, there's no manual with this though. So yeah, so Top Gear Rally. This one I think I got this off my sister actually. Star Wars Shadows of the Empire. This one I'm pretty sure I need. It's Ready to Rumble Boxing 2. No, it's not. It's just Ready to Rumble Boxing. This one I've got, and it's Perfect Dark. I'm guessing this is probably why it had the expansion in it. And this one I don't know. Okay, it's V Rally Edition 99. Got something there, I don't know what movie zone is. Then the last 3, which probably, you know, we'll pay for this themselves anyway. 2 of them I've got. So the classic GoldenEye. Super Mario Kart, which I've got. This one, when I quickly looked through the box, that is it. I was like, I'm having it. I haven't got this game. I still need to get these 3 for the Super Nintendo, and it's Donkey Kong 64. So what we're looking at there, we've got, hang on, 3, 5, 7, 14 games. Here we go. 14 games. 3. Well, you could say the 3 were boxes of sorts. N64 box, 3 controllers, 2 rumble packs, a memory, all the hookups. 10 quid. I thought that's a pretty good deal. That's it then. That's me done for this week. Like I say, there is a couple of Master System packages on the way, which is obviously bringing that figure down. I'm getting really, some of the really hard to get ones now. I'm trying to pick off as best I can for the right price some of the sort of more common games, but really getting to the nitty gritty of some of these hard to find games. So yeah, guys, I'll probably pop a link down for the Master System of outstanding ones. I mean, I don't. If anyone's got any and they're interested in trading or whatever, then give us a shout. But other than that, that's me done, and I hope to speak to you soon, YouTube. Take it easy.